Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. I'm Brian Perkis, and today we've got a 1v1 between Sci-Fi and Mitch Pert for Fruit, or whatever. Brown is actually Clovian, and apparently this was a little bit of a name render glitch or output glitch or something. So we are on a 3-planet system. This is one of the PA Stats matchmaking systems. If you want to give matchmaking a try, head on over to pastats.com. Fantastic mod, does a lot more than matchmaking. I highly recommend it. So both players have spawned on this lava planet. There are these other planets in the system. The two lava planets are smashable, and the center planet is not. So, let's see. Brown's gone for a bot factory first, got some fabricators working on expanding, early radar going up, while Blue is pretty much doing the exact same thing. He is a little bit further ahead with 3 fabricators, although a little bit behind in economy. He's got a bunch of docks running around there. The radar is complete for Brown. Does not have vision of the radar. Does not have vision of the base, but Brown just scouted out Blue with that plane. I'm not sure if it was a Firefly or Scout or a Firefly or Hummingbird. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Blue's got a bunch of docks running around on what appears to be a planet-wide area patrol, while Brown's got a bunch of docks running around towards Blue. And let's see. Yeah, I've casted matches on this planet before, so this is a nice choke point, but this is also a glitched traversable area, assuming that the glitch holds true. And this is a large metal clump that is very important for the player who spawned over here. And Brown is running over here to take out these docks so his fabricator can go expand and claim these metal spots. And no orbital from either player yet. Hopefully we'll get to see one of them go orbital. Blue's got a bunch of floating metal, but is negative on energy. There we go. Now energy is getting back on track. Just needs to start using up that metal, though. He's running around and doing a nice job of expanding, although he's in danger of losing it as these docks move in towards that fabricator. And Brown bomber running around trying to take out those fabricators, and Brown's going vehicles. It's pretty much the build order that everyone uses. There isn't room for many alternatives. Go bots first for some raiding and early expanding, and then go vehicles for late. So people pretty much build a few bot factories for early raiding, and then vehicle factories for the rest of the game. I personally wish there was a little bit more diversity. Blue's got some of these bots running around trying to find stuff to kill, and Brown's got some bots that are going to be running around. So, ooh, some walls put up over here. Looks like Blue's going to try and block this off, but there's this pathing glitch right on here. So these bots are going to just run straight across the lava and into the metal. And Blue's got a nice counterattack moving forward, and Brown's got another attack moving forward straight towards the commander and a bunch of vehicles, so the attack is going to be dealt with. Commander is sitting idle, though, for Blue. Very unfortunate glitch for... You always want... There you go, now the commander's building. You always want to keep your commander building. And Brown is getting in some pretty nice wins. Took out a bunch of fighters and two metal extractors. Brown dealt with that attack, and Brown's got more attacks moving in. Took out a metal extractor and it is now having to fall back as brown is now outnumbered. Brown's got this fabricator running around expanding, and blue is, wow, blue is floating a lot of metal. Always want to be using that metal. And more vehicles are moving to the front from brown, trying to clump up vehicles to get in a nice push. But having this commander out here is a very nice move. It allows blue to protect all of these very critical metal extractors. And let's see. Yeah, this is about all. So brown's moving forward, got a bunch of vehicles. Looks like he's going to just try and bypass the commander and get in some metal extractor kills. Going to be unsuccessful. Nice use of Air Force by Brown. Took out several bombers. And some more nice counter raiding. Brown is doing a very nice job of attacking blue and taking out all their metal extractors. Even though blue has a lot more map control and a lot more metal extractors. Or a lot more economy. Oh, nope. The rating from Brown has turned it around, and Brown now has a superior economy for now. This expansion over here, which Blue is only partially aware of. Blue really needs to do some more scouting to find these metals extractors and go raid them. Commanders moving forward from Blue. Pretty risky move. You don't want to overextend your commander, or else you'll lose the game. Commander is a very, very powerful fighting force, but if you lose it, you lose the match. Now it looks like Blue is going to be moving forward to take out some of these metal extractors, but this commander is continuing to move forward without any support. Now he's going to be building up some single-barrel laser defense towers to give it some added fighting power. Let's take a look at the total unit count. Brown does have a superior unit count right now. That's a lot of vehicles moving forward, trying to intercept these vehicles that are raiding Brown's metal extractors, and the economies are now moving, are equalizing, and Brown's moving forward towards Blue's commander, who is putting up some walls to defend. And the ants, their bolos, their firing arc allow them to just kind of shoot over those walls depending on their range. So the commander is nice Uber cannon. Commander's doing a very nice job of taking out a lot of units, and this is why, as a general rule, you want to avoid the commander. Because now Blue is getting a superior unit, or the unit count is equalizing, and Brown doesn't have much to show for it except for a bunch of losses. Very nice. Now the Blue's trying to clump up all their units, get all their vehicles into one nice death ball before moving forward, and a nice raid bots and vehicles, having to cause the commander to stop building and deal with that attack. Looks like just every single nope, never. Nice counter distraction attack from Brown, causing Blue to pull back vehicles to try and deal with those attacking bots. And Brown has dealt with this attack from Blue. Brown had a much larger clump of units, so Brown was able to deal with that fairly easily. And now we are at the calm in between the two attacks. Blue's getting up some decent defenses over here. It's got several single-barrel laser defense towers. Since Brown has so many vehicles, Blue would be better off. It would be very beneficial for Blue to get one bot fabricator forward over here to this defensive line, so they could start building some double-barrel laser defense towers and possibly even some pelters. Similarly, if blue were to build a pelter, or brown were to build a pelter right about here, that would be very problematic for blue and would cause blue to take a lot of damage to the commander and pull the commander back and lose all of these single-barrel laser defense towers. Definitely do not want to be sending vehicles forward to attack right now. That is a bunch of single-barrel laser defense towers. Looks like blue is now making an attempt to take out some of brown's metal extractors, as they're now an even in total metal income. Gotta always be attacking, always be raiding and taking out metal extractors, so you can get advantage. Now blue's got a superior metal income. Nice counterattack here from brown. Going to be able to take out quite a few metal extractors. And let's see, more metal extractors being destroyed from blue. Man, this is just a constant exchange. Brown is taking out metal extractors while blue is taking out metal extractors at the same time. Blue's commanders continuing to move even farther forward, with more laser defense towers and walls being built. This is very, very nice for blue, as it is making it harder and harder for brown to attack and destroy all of these metal extractors. Brown is destroying these over here, but not going to be able to destroy too much more, and there's not many metal extractors compared to all the metal extractors over here. Brown is making another push forward, moving in towards the commander, but it's not enough. Just going to be taking a bunch of losses. And where's the Uber Cannon? Where's the Uber? There's the Uber Cannon. And this is why you don't go. Oh, but more units from brown are moving forward. Commander is oh, there. The commander is in a bit of a trouble. Is in danger of overextending himself, as blue's commander is down to 33% and is becoming very vulnerable to a bomber snipe. Brown does have 2 air factories, and blue is in a bit of a trouble right now, trying to build up some walls to mitigate some of the incoming damage and unleash some Uber cannons. Down to 14%, another Uber cannon. This is gotta keep the commander protected, especially as now blue's commander is dipping lower and lower. Blue needs to pull back his commander into the base, and or risk being sniped. Now down to 7%, and blue's got a bunch more tanks moving forward. Both economies are still about even. Brown has no total unit count. Man, the economies and total unit count has been about even all game. This has been quite something. If I were brown, I would be building a lot of bombers and go for the snipe, because that commander's down to 2%. Jeez, just a few bombers would be able to take him out. Bit of a unit clash over here. Brown is pulling back his units to try and clump them together so he can deal with that group from blue. Let's see, idle commander protected by some hummingbirds, but still, that's 2% health. That is not a lot. And brown is now trying to move his units to go intercept these tanks from blue that are going to be able to take out some metal extractors, while blue is now moving forward. Oh man, just all over the place. Let's pull up picture-in-picture and keep an eye on what's going on over here. And blue, this is not looking good for brown, as all these tanks from blue are moving in towards this energy field. Power plants have a lot of health, so they are going to be able to take a lot of damage, but they are going to brown is going to start taking some power loss. Nice counterattack. Oh, blue is trying to repair his commander now up to 3%. Repairing the commander takes a long time. And it looks like these tanks are going to get nowhere near the commander. This is not looking good for Brown, as his total unit count is dipping down and more tanks are streaming forward from blue, but blue's moving his commander forward. Very, very risky, as he's only at 5% health, and he's also has no hummingbird support. Come on, Brown, let's get some bombers out there. There's a bunch of fighters back here, no bombers. Blue has now got a bunch of units moving forward. Ooh, here we go. Here's the bombers being built as air factories. Brown is going for the air snipe as blue is starting to steamroll through Brown's base. Not looking good for Brown. Got losing power. Power is still positive, but probably not for long, and Brown does not have many tanks left. Let's see, he's got 3 bombers and more air factories being built that are building nothing but bombers. He's going for the snipe, as the Blue's commander is still only at 5% with no fighter support. Blue is now, I think, officially at steamroll status. Brown does not have many tanks left, and here the bombers are forming up, and off they go. Here comes the missile defense towers, but is it enough? No! This is why you gotta protect the commander. When he is that low health, send him to the center of your base and protect him. That was hardly any bombers, and Brown was still able to snipe the commander. Oh, man. Always protect the commander. Wow, that was a pretty back-and-forth match. Well played by both players. Blue was getting the upper hand and pretty much had that in the bag, just neglected to defend the commander. That was a community-submitted match. Thank you very much for submitting that, Clovian. If y'all have a match that you think other people would enjoy, let me know. Head on over to pamatches.com/submit. Don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.